Have you ever thought about adding servers for previous expansions as they were then?
No. And by the way, you don't want to do that either. You think you do, but you don't. You think you do, but you don't.
That was 2013. Blizzard mocked the idea of classic servers. 6 years later, when subscriptions were tanking, they launched them anyway, and it arguably saved World of Warcraft. And that's the reality of it. Studios, even those with the biggest budgets and some of the most successful games of all time, are feeling the pressure to take the past, package it up, and sell it back to us. And it's not just Blizzard, it's the entire industry. It's 2025, but gaming feels like someone hit pause over a decade ago. New games are risky, leaving entire genres stuck in place. Profits speak louder than progress, so companies feed us remakes, remasters, and reboots instead of moving forward. Let's look at the last decade. Skyrim from 2011, resold in 2016, resold again in 2021. Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4 all remade in just the last 5 years. Final Fantasy 1 through 6, remastered and ported across every system, capped with pixel remasters in 2021. Final Fantasy VII from 1997 stretched into a 3-part remake. This franchise has become one of the most recycled in history. The Last of Us from 2013 remastered, remade, and turned into an HBO series. Halo Combat Evolved, resold as Anniversary, then again in the Master Chief Collection. Mass Effect, bundled as a Legendary Edition. Dead Space, remade in 2023. Silent Hill 2 being remade right now in 2025. Diablo 2 from the year 2000, resurrected in 2021. Warcraft 3 from 2002 reforged in 2020. StarCraft from 1998 remastered in 2017. Command & Conquer from 1995 remastered in 2020. Age of Empires 2 from 1999 re-released so many times it's still running tournaments in 2025. Even GTA 5 from 2013 won't die. It's been resold across 3 console generations. And it goes beyond these. Zelda has reissued the Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and Skyward Sword in HD. Mario got a 3D All-Stars bundle reselling games from 1996 to 2007. Metroid was remade twice over. Tomb Raider has been rebooted more times than some franchises have sequels. Shadow of the Colossus was remade twice. Demon's Souls relaunched as a PlayStation 5 showcased. The biggest names in gaming aren't building new futures, they're strip mining their past. And it isn't just the giants. Smaller and aging games are built on the same model. EverQuest from 1999 survives by reselling the same expansions every year on time-locked servers. Players restart the journey over and over and over and over, and those spikes keep the game alive. RuneScape from 2001 literally split itself in half, with old school RuneScape rebooting the 2007 version in 2013, and today it's just as big as the main game, proving that going backwards is safer than going forward. And maybe the best example is World of Warcraft itself. Back at BlizzCon 2013, WoW's executive producer J. Allen Brack told fans asking for classic servers, "You think you do, but you don't."
You think you do, but you don't.
Blizzard dismissed the idea, saying nobody really wanted the old game back. But as subscriptions declined and frustration with modern game grew, they reversed course. When Classic launched in 2019, it exploded in popularity. Now Classic, Hardcore, and Seasonal Resets are some of Blizzard's most profitable projects. The content they once mocked has become the safety net keeping WoW alive.
Cookies and cream is actually my all-time favorite dessert. But I understand that for some of you, your favorite flavor is vanilla.
Someone once said that you can't go home again, but they lacked vision. And a temporal discombobulator.
Lord of the Rings Online launched in 2007 and now runs legendary servers that reset the game back to its early days. Players pay again to re-experience the same story. EverQuest 2 from 2004 also relies on nostalgia events and progression shards to keep players coming back. Ultima Online from 1997, one of the oldest MMOs still running, survives on anniversary shards and throwback events. Even smaller live service titles lean into this, rerunning old seasons, recycling past cosmetics, or relaunching classic events to keep engagement up when they can't afford to innovate. For these games, nostalgia isn't optional, it's survival. And this goes beyond gaming. Movies run the same scam. Spider-Man rebooted in 2002, 2012, 2016. Batman restarted every decade since 1989. Lord of the Rings turned into the Hobbit trilogy and now a billion-dollar Amazon series. Harry Potter spawned Fantastic Beasts and is now being rebooted as a full series for HBO. Star Wars? Disney will repackage it forever. Prequels, sequels, spin-offs, remasters. Disney Animation, The Lion King, Aladdin, Mulan, The Little Mermaid, all recycled as live action. Different medium, same business model. The past pays better than the future. And this isn't new. This scam has been running for decades. In 1993, Nintendo sold Super Mario All-Stars, just the old NES Mario games repackaged for the Super Nintendo. It sold millions. In 1997, Star Wars came back to theaters as the special editions, the same trilogy, touched up, and fans rushed back. Capcom released so many editions of Street Fighter II it became a running joke. Square reissued nearly every Final Fantasy multiple times before the FF7 remake even happened. The formula was clear decades ago. Polish the old, resell it, and profit. And if you're wondering why this cycle has only gotten worse, just look at what happens when companies try something new. Sony's Concord spent nearly a decade in development only to be shut down 2 weeks after launch. Mind's Eye, hyped as the next GTA, launched broken and sits with mostly negative reviews. Monster Hunter Wilds started strong but collapsed under performance issues. Even Blades of Fire from the Metroid Dream Team couldn't meet sales expectations. Ubisoft's Star Wars Outlaws underperformed. BioWare's Dragon Age: The Veilguard struggled to find an audience. And it's not just them. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League, lost Warner Brothers hundreds of millions. Multiversus burned through over 100 million before being pulled. The day before imploded 4 days after release, killing its studio. The message is clear. New games are risky, innovation gets punished, and repetition gets rewarded. So here we are in 2025. Entire genres of gaming are frozen in place. The biggest franchises are recycled instead of replaced. Smaller games survive by resetting the same journey. Movies do the same. And when new projects do emerge, most of them crash. That's because nostalgia works like a drug and it robs us blind. We keep paying for the same worlds we've already explored, the same mechanics we've already mastered, the same bosses we've already beaten, the same endings we already know. It isn't innovation anymore, it's deja vu for sale. Over a century ago, a US patent commissioner was credited with saying, "Everything that can be invented has been invented." Now back then it was a joke. Today, in entertainment, it feels true. Gaming has hit a wall, plateaued into repetition. Studios act like everything worth making has already been made, and we reward them by buying it again. But if we keep living in the past, we leave no room for the future. Nostalgia isn't just the most profitable scam in entertainment, it's the addiction that keeps us stagnant. And until we break that habit, we'll never see what gaming could become.